Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Stevecast. I am Steve, joined today by my co-host, the King of Sweden, Mr. Borp.
It's always nice to get a new introduction, some new type of Sweden-related introduction every time. Thank you. Good to be here.
Yes, I'm happy. Have you passed any new laws of note that we need to be aware of?
I don't think so.
Okay, so the same as it ever was in Sweden.
Yeah.
Been a while since we done one of these. I think myself, our good friends Matt and Rachel recorded one of these back in July 2025, and I didn't get around to posting it till July 2026. Oops. But we're gonna revive the Stevecast. We'll see how long it goes. We'll have kind of a rotating group of co-hosts. But first up, of course, is Borp. Now, Borp, tell us what you have picked for the Stevecast today.
Well, when we were doing the Evil Bong movies for what was that show called?
Full Moon Fridays.
Full Moon Fridays. It got to a point where it was like, we need to watch something different or we're stopping this show. And it turned out we stopped the show.
Yeah.
And I was looking through just something full moon related that maybe could be good or entertaining. And I'm not gonna sit there and say that this movie will be good. It's probably not going to be good. But this is Dark Angel, The Ascent. It caught my eye because there's a pretty lady on the cover, and the director is a woman who's only directed this movie and softcore porn.
All right, fair. Yeah, so let it be known, though, a couple years ago now, when we started Full Moon Fridays, it was myself and Matt, and then Borp came aboard. I think we had the goal to eventually watch every movie directed, made, produced by noted snake oil salesman Charles Band, and Evil Bong defeated us. We got to like Evil Bong 1 and 2, and then we watched all of the Ginger Dead Man movies because there's a crossover.
That was a mistake.
And then we made it to, I think, Evil Bong 3, and we took a break. We had a backlog, so we're going to take a break, and Matt refuses to come back. And fair. So let it be known, Evil Bong is what defeated our good friend Matt. So Full Moon Fridays is dead. Potentially, we could continue to watch more Full Moon movies on this show, but we'll see how it goes. Borp, have you seen... I think the movie is normally called I Come in Peace.
I don't think so.
Is it? I think maybe Dolph Lundgren's in that. I Come in Peace. Yeah. Dolph Lundgren is in this, and it's about a cop chasing just an alien. And it turns out the movie's also called Dark Angel in some places. So I almost pulled up this one, and I was very fucking confused when I started it. Because I also noticed the pretty lady on the box art for this movie. I was like, that ain't it. That ain't it.
Yeah.
All right. So the one sentence description on Tubi for this is: after managing to escape hell, a woman who is used by dark forces to punish sinners becomes destined for freedom and eventually finds love. Is that the part you're interested in, Borp? The love story, the very deep love story that is sure to be a part of Dark Angel: The Ascent.
I saw one screenshot of this movie where there was some questionable makeup. Let's just say that. And it got me really interested in watching this.
All right, so Borp's here for the questionable makeup. I am here, of course, for the love story. I think we're going to get into it. If you've never watched the Stevecast before, we encourage you to pull up this movie and watch it along with us. What we do is we watch films in increments. I think this movie is about an hour and 20 minutes. I think we'll do 20-minute increments, get a solid 4 segments out of it. So push play. When we push play, pause this little podcast or whatever the fuck you call the show we're doing. Watch 20 minutes of the movie, pause it, come back to us, lather, rinse, repeat, and we will get through this thing, hopefully without too much suffering. Borp, are you ready to go?
I am. Let's do it.
All right. Pushing play in 3, 2, 1, play. All right. We are back from the first 20 minutes of Dark Angel: The Ascent, as well as the voiceover trailer for the hit film Tiptoes, also made by who made this? Like, what's their
Okay, so
connection?
the credits popped up and the name of the writer seemed familiar. Uh, this movie is written by Matthew Bright, who did Freeway. He's got like actually a super interesting career. Like actually, he's most famous for making this movie called Tiptoes, which I think is the last film he directed.
I can
Where
see why.
yeah. It's where like the premise is that Matthew McConaughey and Kate Beckinsale are dating, and they're at a point where they're going to meet each other's families. But Kate Beckinsale's family, all of them are little people, and it's like a comedy. And it ruined this guy's career, essentially. Everyone's like, this is awful. It's in bad taste that you're making all these, because it's got like really famous people in, like Patricia Ketz and Gary Oldman, which the trailer says Gary Oldman in the role of a lifetime. Anyways,
That was the best part.
which is just insane. Anyways, this guy, Matthew Bright, I had no idea he wrote this movie that we're watching today, but he did Freeway with Kiefer Sutherland, and is that Reese Witherspoon? Yes, it's Reese
I think so.
Witherspoon.
Yeah.
And that was a huge success. And then he like turned down a bunch of like big studio movies to direct the straight to DVD follow up to Freeway. So he did like his career is just insane. And then he did Tiptoes. So I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing. Apparently got his start writing full moon movies.
Yeah, and what a start it was, because this movie is. I mean, there's parts of it I'm into. It's like, yeah, I was
Yes.
not expecting to be into any part of this, but there are parts of it that are not good, but they're entertaining, and I want to see more of it. Um, and then there's all the rest of this 20 minutes. So we start out in hell. We get a full 2.5 minutes of credits, so you got to pad that running time somehow. So it's just people after the credits. It's just people wearing loincloths being just walked to their spot in hell where they're going to be punished. And I guess there's some perhaps social commentary, because we specifically see a line that's nothing. It was like nothing but lawyers and bankers, and they are being brought to the punishment typewriter, where you push a key on the typewriter and a little hammer smacks them in the forehead and brands them in some way. We also see just a line for people who are known liars, and all of their tongues are being cut off. So while all this is going on, there is a demon gal named Veronica. And Veronica has dreams of the bright blue sky and the golden orb above. So she wants to escape hell and go to Earth. And man, what an adventure she has to go on to get to Earth.
It's so funny because immediately I thought, oh, this is kind of like a video game esque type of setup. Like you're playing, like you in the video game version of this, you'd be playing the little Hellboy or Hellgirl or whatever who escapes hell and then has to go on this big adventure. But then like 3 more minutes of the movie passed, and I'm like, no, this is actually like a sitcom setup. Like this is
Yes,
extremely weird.
yes, it is bizarre. But we see Veronica, who we're 20 minutes in. She has yet to emote, as far as I can tell. She's just completely monotone. She is, I guess, the person running the punishment typewriter finds out that Veronica wants to go above and chastises her. And so she runs away with her friend, whose name I don't know. And Veronica talks about, I want to go to the world above. And her friend is like, I know the way, come on. And so she takes her through this valley, and there's just a cave with like blue light coming out of it. And but Veronica doesn't go through it yet, for reasons I don't know exactly why. She just turns around and leaves and goes to find her dad. Her dad is the person cutting the tongues out of all of the known liars in hell. And so Veronica once again is like, Daddy, I want to go to the world above in the most deadpan way possible. And Daddy like just tells her, get the fuck away from me, you
Yeah,
stupid. Yeah,
you
yeah.
really enjoyed his performance. I
He
feel
is
like
great. He knows exactly the kind of movie that he is in, and he is fucking going for it. He is just as over the top as he can possibly be. And I really would love to know, were they directed to be like this? Was he directed to be super over the top, and Veronica was directed to be as just non-emotive as possible? Or is this just the way these two people act? I would love to have seen the behind the scenes on this.
I feel like we've had that exact same conversation about so many full moon movies where you're like, how much direction was given here versus how much did they care? Like, I feel like in a lot of these movies, like you can tell that they were obviously given directions of like, okay, Veronica's supposed to be like kind of stoic, quiet, shy, whatever you want to call it, and then Dad just goes completely over the top. But like, I don't think they get more than that. I think they just say, all right, now you know your direction, go.
Yeah, he is like yelling, screaming, shaking his fist at the heavens, and Veronica is like, "Yes, Father, I desire to go to the world above with the golden orb. Rah!
Yeah.
No daughter of mine will go to heaven. Rah! I'm sorry you feel that way, Father. It seems we are at an impasse." That's how the scene plays out.
Chicken is like pouring out of his mouth as he's speaking.
Yeah, and but to get to the sitcom portion, Veronica goes home and talks to her mom, and they're just having like, it's just like a normal day in hell, where hell apparently has gender roles, because she is cooking dinner for the night, and she's got like, a hand in a pot that she's stirring around, and she's going, or she's telling Veronica, oh, that's you can't have those silly thoughts about going to the world above. You know how your father gets. He's gonna dismember you if he hears this. Waka waka.
It feels like some weird sitcom pilot that was never picked up because like some like conservative groups protested against it or something.
It is, the tone is bizarre, but yeah, I fully agree. Like the scene in hell, especially at the family dinner, is very sitcom-y. Like a laugh track would not have been out of place in this moment here. But the mom tells Veronica, you have to apologize to your father, or shit's gonna get real. And so it's family dinner time, and mom is telling Veronica, okay, you have something to say to your father. Proceed. And Veronica just refuses to apologize. And so Dad once again stands up and overacts his fucking heart out. He's got a fucking sword. He throws it at Veronica. He is fully intending to dismember her, to do to Veronica what is happening to all of the other sinners in hell that are not demons. By the way, Veronica, everyone in hell has no eyebrows and two tiny little horns and two just very awful like prop demon wings stuck to the back, and tails. They also have tails.
Yeah, and that was the still image I was referring to earlier, when I was like, I just saw like a still image of her shitty fucking wings, and I'm like, I should see this.
They're pretty bad.
Yeah.
But when the dad goes to kill Veronica or dismember her, I mean, the implications of how you die, what happens to you when you die when you're already in hell, the movie is not dwelling on. Veronica's going to get dismembered, and so mommy demon says, Veronica, just run, just yells at her, run. And so Veronica takes her dog, which is named Hellraiser because obviously she has a dog.
Yeah.
And they run for the blue portal in this valley. And
also, I just want to note the dog. Nothing weird about the dog. It's just a German Shepherd.
Yeah, it's just a normal dog. It's a completely like run of the mill dog. It doesn't have any horns.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any bat wings. It's just dog that also exists.
Really tickled me.
It doesn't even like look odd in any way. Like they could have made it like slimy or gross. No, it's just dog. Generic dog. But she goes through this blue portal, and just immediately comes out of the sewer in some nondescript town in the world. We have no idea where this is actually taking place. I don't know if it's in the U.S. I don't know if it's outside the U.S. Borp was thinking there were some European vibes.
Yeah, I did look it up. It is apparently filmed in Romania.
Okay, all right. So it's in
Yeah,
Romania. The
yeah.
movie does nothing to tell us that. I don't know if it's
No,
meant to be in Romania, if it's meant to be somewhere else. No identifying features whatsoever.
I'm
Um,
assuming we'll never find out.
yes, agreed. We were really disappointed that there was no like journey. It's like there's just a cave in hell that connects directly to this sewer in XYZ town, Romania.
Yeah,
It,
that's what I was thinking about. Like when I brought up the whole video game thing. Like I was expecting like, okay, now she's going to go on the journey to get to. Like I thought that was the movie. Like she was going to go on this journey to then go to the Earth or whatever you want.
yeah, like
But yeah,
the subtitle is The Ascent, and the movie skipped over The Ascent.
yeah, yeah.
It's just, she hit the fucking Mario warp zone and just came out of the pipe
Yeah,
into the
yeah.
real world. So if for all we know, she spent months navigating this tunnel passage between hell and earth, and they skipped over it in 5 seconds. We don't know. It probably didn't work out that way. She probably really did. The movie probably is just implying there is a tunnel, a sewer in Romania that connects to hell. And so she comes out of the sewer, and she's standing around. She's still a demon, and then just kind of like slow fade, all of her demon bits go away. She loses the horn. She loses her wings. She also loses her clothes, and so she turns around, and her breasts are just hanging out. So they paid that off like nice and early in the film. She's just wandering around naked this town at night, and everyone is just staring at her. And then she gets hit by a car.
Yeah.
Just
Kind of, I will say, kind of a nice looking sequence of her floating through the street and of the people looking at her and like,
Yes, there's like a tracking shot where she is clearly like not actually walking. She is just moving
yeah,
forward.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
she must have been standing on a dolly or something and pushed
yeah,
along.
yeah, yeah.
Um, we also meet our what I assume is going to be the love interest, a doctor named Max. And both Borp and I were like, "What is this guy from? We know we've seen him somewhere." And we looked him up. He's in nothing. So he just has
Yeah.
one of those faces where it's
Yeah,
like
I think he
I know
got.
that.
I think he's got '90s TV face, where like
Yeah,
he
yeah,
looks like anyone that could have been on like ER or like Days of Our Lives or Melrose Place, like any like that type of show.
yeah. Sorry, he was on As the World Turns. So you got close with the soap opera, but you got the wrong
Okay,
one.
okay.
So this guy is Max, and when we meet him, I'm really curious if this scene is going to pay off in any way. Because we meet him, and he is about to try to save the lives of two people. One of them is a robber who shot a woman, and the other person in the room is the woman that shot back. So both of these people have been shot by each other. One is the robber, one is the victim. The victim's an old lady, and it certainly appears like the old lady is dead or very close to dying, but the robber is alive. And then they just move on. Are they going to come back? Early on in the film, they discussed Veronica wanting to go to the world above, to the human world, and they're like, "Oh, you know that we can only travel up there in the form of demonic possession. We can't actually just go up there and be ourselves." So are these characters going to come back possessed by other hell demons? I don't know. It would be very strange if we never see this criminal and this old lady again from the hospital. Uh, but Veronica has been hit by a car. She is brought to the hospital where Max is treating her. They make a note that every room that she's put in, the heater dies in it. And then she just kind of wakes up and everything's fine. Oh, they point out her big feet.
That was hilarious.
The nurse was like, "Doctor, you got to see this. I've never seen anything like this." And I thought they were going to pull the sheet back, and it turns out she still has her tail or something. They're just like, "No, look at these big honking feet she's got." Like the world quakes around her when she takes a step.
But they also like wait a beat. Like they reveal the feet, And then it's just quiet for a little bit, and then they're like, she has the biggest feet I've ever seen on a woman. And it's like, it's just normal feet. Like, it's obviously just this actress's feet.
Well, is that a joke? Was it just a running gag on set that this actress has big feet, according to everyone there, or like, is this going to come back? And is this like the Chekhov's gun of the movie? Like they're gonna be hunting for her, and they're gonna find big fucking footprints, and doctor's gonna go, "That's the girl. That's
Maybe.
her. The giant footprint." But yeah, obviously the doctor's art is clearly been identified as her love interest because she wakes up. She still has not learned the ancient art of emoting. She very clearly seems to have the hots for the doctor. The dog went to the pound, where we find out that the dog's name is Hellraiser, and she keeps calling it the Beast. And so the doctor corrects her. Oh, you mean your dog? The Beast, Hellraiser, the dog, just escapes and goes and waits outside the hospital window. And that's kind of where we've stopped. Dr. Max has now brought some clothes for Veronica in her human form, and he's like, "Oh, we scrounged up some clothes that we think that will work for you, and it's normal clothes plus big giant fucking military boots to cover those giant goddamn clothes." Wow, I'm kind of into it, like a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I'm willing to see more, but it can lose me real fast, is my feeling right now.
No, for sure. Can I share something I accidentally read just about? Okay, I'm on Letterboxd, and it was like the most recent review on there. I'm just going to read one sentence because it's got me really excited for what we're about to see. Blah 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 blah. But I think it really suffered in the latter half when, for some reason, it started to become some sort of social commentary.
Did they miss the bit where the lawyers and specifically were being punished in hell?
I don't know. I don't know. But let's see where this goes.
Yeah. I'm into it so far. I'm willing to watch. I mean, I'm locked in. I'm going to watch the last hour, but I'm somewhat enthusiastic to watch the next 20 minutes. Borp, any other thoughts about the first 20 minutes of Dark Angel, The Missing Ascent?
Like, there's enough here that it's like, I was going to say interesting. Maybe that's pushing it a little. There's enough here that's like entertaining for me that I'm like, you know what? I'm having a good time with this so far.
Yeah, agreed. I wish they had stayed in hell longer. I hope they go back to hell at some point. I want to see Daddy Hell Demon continue to overact his ass off. But at some point, like, what do you think she's gonna do on Earth? Is she gonna kill people, or people trying to kill her?
Sorry, I thought she was going to get to Earth in like the last 10 minutes. There's so much possibility here, Steve. I have no idea.
All right. Well, I think we just get back into it. So I'm going to push play. We're going to watch minutes 20 to 40. Hope you're following along with us. Hope you're having a good time. 3, 2, 1, play. Wow. I don't know what I was expecting from this movie, but I'm still into it. It's
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it took a turn, but yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah, all right. We'll get there. So as Borp said, from the quote he read in the last segment, that this movie is going to end up having some social commentary. But the guy who wrote that quote apparently missed it until the very end, because the social commentary is starting immediately. There's, I guess, the mayor of this town is going on the news and shitting on racial minorities, shitting on single moms, shitting on refugees and immigrants, and
poor people in general.
Poor people, yes.
Yeah.
And the Veronica is immediately like, how can such an evil man be in power in this place? And Max is like, well, they elected him. Huh.
It really makes you think. It
Yeah,
really
it
makes you
really
think,
makes you
Steve.
think. 32 years ago, Dark Angel from Full Moon really had a lot to say. Decades later, and how far we've come. Uh, so Max is we skipped over the opening of this 20 minutes where she mind controls Max into having Max allow her to move in with him.
Yeah.
So the like this woman Veronica has no ID, no money. The director of this hospital refers to her as indigent and says, "Well, she's got to go. Like she's has no health issues. We have no reason to keep her here. She's got to leave." And so Max goes and tells her, "Hey, you got to go." And she just says, "You will invite me into your dwelling," and says she says it out loud, and then the scene changes with funky lighting, and it's suddenly become telepathy. So now Veronica is living with Max and watching TV and finding
So,
out that terrible people sometimes get elected to office.
yeah, interesting that that's the only time she's used mind control so far. And like later on in this segment, she's like arguing about him with stuff, but she doesn't mind controlling. Very weird. But
Yeah, maybe she starts realizing that she can't abuse Max like that if she really cares about him.
no,
I don't know.
for sure, for sure.
Um, but Max has to go back to work. He's on call again. He's a doctor, surgeon, whatever. So he leaves, and Veronica's left alone. And they Max is very impressed by Hellraiser because Hellraiser just knew where Max lived and met them at the apartment building, and then also went right to Max's apartment without knowing. And as they're entering in the apartment, Max has neighbors, husband and wife, that are like yelling and fighting and screaming at each other. And Veronica says, "Oh, that man is an adulterer." So presumably he's going to get some sort of comeuppance because her whole thing is she punishes sinners. When Max is at work, she goes and just starts kind of roaming around town. Runs into a couple of nuns, and they've got crosses, and so she gets on her knees and is humble before them. It turns out all of the demons in hell are very godly and respect the Almighty and whatnot. And they tell her, "Well, are you homeless? Do you have a place to go? Would you like to come back with us to church?" And she says, "Surely I would combust." And the nuns are like, "That's a little weird. Well, at least if you won't come back with us, at least take this cross," and puts it in Veronica's hand, and it burns her. And she says, "Why would you hurt me?" She doesn't understand the motivations of the nuns, and so she runs off to. Is that a cemetery? Like, what is this place? This next scene, it looks.
Yeah, it looks like some sort of underpass or cemetery.
All right. Well, they're in some darkly lit place, and there are two men assaulting a woman. And Veronica sees this as she gets enraged by it. She doesn't emote, but you're supposed to see the anger, the red flashing in her eyes. One of her hands gets her demon claws back, and so one guy, she just rips a piece of like rebar or something off the wall and throws it at him like a spear and impales him. The other guy, she rips his fucking spine out.
I
Rips
think this
his
is
fucking spine out and then gives it to or tries to give it to the victim and is like,
yeah.
"Here, so you remember this."
Yeah, I think this is the moment where we both were like, "Oh, this is all right."
Yeah. This movie's got a lot to say, and we are
Yeah.
we are happy to hear its message.
Yeah.
So she rips dude's spine out, tries to give the spine to the woman who was about to be victimized, but she didn't take it. Hellraiser starts having himself a little snack. And then later on, we see police have been called to the scene. The woman is hysterical. She is she's prophesizing the end of days and telling people to repent, and the demons are coming and whatnot. Meanwhile, the bodies of the two criminals have been strung up by their feet, and all of the meat is missing from their legs. It's like feet, leg bones, and then exposed leg bones, and then the rest of their torso below that. And so the cops are like, "What the fuck is going on here? What the actual shit fuck Christ is happening?" So they take the woman to the hospital. Obviously, there's only one hospital in this movie, and it's Max's hospital.
Yeah.
So the cops tell Max, "Hey, we want to interview this woman as soon as she is back to being coherent." Oh, they find Max's jacket, his doctor jacket that says the name of the hospital at the crime scene. So they know that somehow this hospital is involved, but nothing has come of that as of yet. The police chief is telling the detectives, or the detectives are telling the police chief that there's some sort, they've already figured out that there is someone out there targeting criminals, and violently targeting the criminals, and so they need to put more police on the street to catch them. And the police captain's like, no one is going to support us committing more cops to protect criminals, to protect muggers. That's not going to fly. Meanwhile, Max has come home. Veronica has made him dinner, which was potentially made out of the leg meat of the criminals. They
Yeah.
haven't explicitly said yet, but I think that's what happens
I
here.
think, yeah, for sure.
And they have a philosophical argument about whether it's okay to kill sinners and whatnot. And Veronica says that punishing sinners is one of the holiest things that you can do, and he's like, no, vigilantism is bad. And that is kind of where we have stopped. Veronica's set up a nice candlelit human meat dinner for Max, and the two detectives on the case are arguing with the police chief. Wow, what a 20 minutes. Borp, your thoughts?
I feel like a lot happened, but like,
Yes.
So yeah, I said it before. The movie's called Dark Angel: The Ascent. I thought this movie was about her going to the real world. No, apparently it's like a political commentary, kind of Death Wish-esque thing, which is like, it's so hilarious that I read that line from the Letterboxd review, and immediately it's like her watching TV for 7 hours straight, and she's like, all these politicians seem really bad. I like to imagine the guy watching this and not like picking up on what the movie's trying to say. That's hilarious to me.
Yeah, it's like the people, like I said, the people that watched The Boys and didn't pick up that there was political commentary until like season 4.
Right. And they're like,
That's the
what is this
mindset.
garbage? Yeah.
That's the mindset to watch this movie and then go like, in the final act, it gets weirdly political. No, it was there the whole time.
So far, my thoughts is that, echoing what I said before, I think this is endearingly goofy at times. The special effects when she like throws the pipe through that guy, it's not great, but I'm like, hell yeah, it's fun. Also, when the woman who witnesses the murder, who was the victim of the mugging, goes to the hospital, her lines are like so over the top. Because she's like, the hounds of hell will come down and feast on our flesh. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, this is just great. It's super fun. I think it's fucking great that no one looked at these lines and said, this is a little over the top. They just said, fuck it, let's do it. This is weird. I'm having a good time.
Yeah, same. I'm into it. I was not expecting much. Those expectations have been exceeded. It's still not a high bar, but yeah, I'm having a good time with this. I want more overacting. Veronica still has not yet emoted once, and I feel like at this point, it's what she's been instructed to do. There's no way that she is actually this bad of an actress. So I'm telling myself that she has been told monotone. Don't emote, be deadpan as possible, and let like the other characters in the movie just be fucking crazy out of their minds. So like her dad in hell, fucking nuts. The woman who very disrespectfully did not accept the friendship spine from Veronica, just fucking nuts, out of her mind, being crazy. I'm having a really good time with this. I'm looking forward to more subtle political commentary.
There's also just so many like small things that like are reoccurring that kind of like tickles me, like the fact that they're really trying to like tell you that this is a town in America, and it's like so obviously Europe, like it's so European, it's crazy. Also, the every car has a European license plate. I think that's amazing. I love still that the Hellhound is just a happy like German Shepherd. Like you can he's not even like German Shepherds can be really scary looking, like they can be scary dogs, but this guy is just super happy.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, he's
It's
a
a
really
good
good
dog.
boy. Yeah,
I mean, it was a missed opportunity to not have some sort of prosthetic on him in the hell scenes. But yeah, you had a great idea where it's like he's like a German Shepherd in hell, and then he comes to the surface and he turns into like a golden retriever or something. Like that would have been great. Like part of me is disappointed they didn't do more with the dog.
Yeah.
Part of me finds it fucking hilarious that it's just a dog.
Yeah. I think it's really good. All right.
Yeah, I'm into it. We're halfway through the movie. I think we do the next 20 minutes 40 to 60 of Dark Angel, possibly the Ascent. I am going to push play in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we are back from minutes 40 to 60. Movie continues to be surprisingly entertaining. I don't know if this 20 minutes was as good as the previous 20 minutes, but I'm still into it. We have the cops going to visit the mayor. I guess I should back up. I've lost track of what fucking's happening in this crazy fucking movie.
I think we went back to hell. I think the first was the first thing that happened.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Mama Demon is at a giant cross praying that Veronica finds her way home and can overcome this and is not punished and whatnot. And then a woman in like a soap bubble descends from the ceiling, and she's wearing white, and I'm assuming she's meant to be an angel, but she doesn't have wings or anything.
It just looks like it's shot in some studio somewhere. There's no like halo or anything. Obviously, like she's supposed to be an angel, but it's just a woman dressed in white coming down in a bubble for some reason.
You do, like the stories say, the angel bubble. So this angel in the bubble comes down, and she basically tells Mama Demon that Veronica's cool. Heaven completely sanctions her going out and killing sinners like this. So you need to tell your husband to fucking calm his tits and not punish Veronica at the end of her mission.
It was a crazy resolution to that scene where you're like, wait, okay, so I guess they're just fine with everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
and then she like fucks off in the bubble.
Heaven sanctions it. So we see after this, we see Veronica. She's going out again. She's making her vigilante rounds, and she sees a couple of white police officers beating a black man. And so she kills the police officers, and she is expecting the victim to like be okay with it, but he is in shock. He is like, "What the fuck? You killed them?" And she's like, "Well, yeah, I killed them. They were sinners. They were being bad people." And he is not on her side whatsoever, and runs away. Meanwhile, she rips one of the hearts out of the corpses and wraps it in a newspaper to feed the dog later. And so we find out that there are people on her side. And she expects people to be on her side. I don't know if we talked about it, but in the last scene in the last 20 minutes when Max and Veronica are having dinner, or maybe we did talk about it. She's like, these are sinners, these are bad people, and he's like, yeah, absolutely not. You can't just go around and kill them. That kind of parallels to a scene with the cops go and meet the mayor. Veronica in one scene was typing out her manifesto, and she put it in a typewritten letter and put it in the mouth of one of these dead cops. And now the letter basically says, "Hey, Mr. Mayor, you're an awful scumbag piece of shit. You need to leave the world of politics or I'm going to kill you." And so the police obviously take that to the mayor, and they're like, what the shit's going on? And they talk about some people are afraid because there's someone out there, just randomly killing people, but other people want to give this vigilante the key to the city. So there's people on Team Veronica, people
Yeah.
against Veronica. Um, and so the mayor is not interested whatsoever. The mayor completely blows them off and tells them, get the fuck out of here, go do police work. I am not giving you any extra resources. I think this whole thing is just a scam. It's nonsense. I'm safe. This person is no threat to me.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, the mayor is sitting on a throne in some sort of like
yes.
majestic throne room, and
Yeah,
it's very bizarre. Like maybe not every scene, but like every other scene, I'm like, they're really making some choices here.
yeah. It would not. This was. I think this was filmed around the time where maybe like Charles Band still owned his fucking actual castle. It would not have surprised me
Yeah.
if this mayor's office was in a room in this castle. It is massive with sculptures and busts of the head of presumably famous people lining the walls. You got to get a fucking taxi to get from the mayor's desk to the door to exit. It is weird and bizarre and just this giant fucking room for no reason. But now the cops are on the case, and so we still haven't seen. Presumably the cops still haven't been able to talk to the lady who was saved in the previous 20 minutes, who was prophesizing about the end of the world and
Right.
whatnot.
Right.
So the cops go to Max's apartment and they find Veronica, and Veronica lets them in because of course Veronica lives there now. She just mind controlled Max and being able to stay there. And the cops start interviewing her, and the cops think it's possible that Max is the killer, and she says, "No, Max isn't the killer. Trust me, he's fine. He's the kindest soul I've ever met, the greatest man I've ever met." She's known him for 3 days. He's literally the first man that she actually
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
spoke to. So she's bonded with him. Uh, and Veronica tells them, it would be it would make more sense for me to be the killer than Max. And at that point, they look at her boots and they notice how big her fucking feet are. And I don't remember if we may have missed a scene where maybe they found footprints or something
I don't think so. I think they're just noting that she has really big feet, and that's weird. But her feet are like normal size. Like
maybe
there's so much emphasis on these. Like there's another scene later where they focus on the boots. And it's just she's just a normal woman.
with big fucking Flintstone feet, according to everyone in this movie. But yeah, they notice her feet, and then the one of the cops is immediately like, we should just fucking leave. Before that though, Veronica starts questioning them to find out if they are good cops or bad cops, and she ultimately judges them to be good cops, and so she doesn't kill them. And so, but there's two cops, and the main one, the older one, is like, well, let's just fucking leave. And the other cop starts to broach the subject. What if it was Veronica as the killer? And the older cop shuts him down for now. But they certainly suspect her, and so they begin really poorly tailing her. They are noticeable at every moment. But Max comes home. Veronica is wearing a black leather tank top and a black leather short mini skirt, and she wants to go out. She wants to see a movie, and so Max puts on this fucking ridiculous bright blue coat and comes into the kitchen strutting and spinning around, and notices that Veronica is feeding Hellraiser the dog just an actual human heart. He doesn't figure out it's a human heart, but he sees it and is like, "What the fuck are you feeding that dog?" And she says, "Oh, I like to give him fresh meat every so often." In her deadpan tone. And so they've left Hellraiser at home. They go to a theater, and apparently Max didn't do any checking into what this theater was, because she takes him to a porn theater, and they watch what Passion Possession or something was the poster on the wall.
Yeah.
And so we the audience don't see the movie that they're watching, but we hear all of the sounds, all of the moaning, and Veronica's very into it, and Max is like, very uncomfortable being there. And the cops are sitting like 2 rows behind Veronica. And Veronica just
Yeah.
turns around and smiles at them. And one of the cops is like, oh no, she made us. Like,
Yeah. What did you think was going to happen? You're 2 rows. Yeah.
and then a completely random
This baffled me.
slapstick scene happens. I hope that this somehow becomes relevant. If not, this is just fucking bizarre. So Veronica and Max leave the theater. They go home, and the 2 detectives are walking out of the porn theater, and there's just a giant pothole in the street, and the younger detective walks right into it and falls into it, and then climbs back out, and the scene just moves on.
Just get in the car and go. There's no it's so bad. Like as soon as it happened, I made like an old man noise. I went like, "Oop," because it like surprised me so much.
They don't even like acknowledge it. Like it's just a random thing that happens. I thought for a second I was like, is that the hell portal? Is that the sewer to hell? Is he going to hell now? But no, he falls into the pothole, climbs out of the pothole,
The other
and they just
detective
move
doesn't even
on.
react. He just gets in the car. It's so weird. Yeah.
I would say maybe it was an outtake that they found funny, but like, how do you miss that fucking pothole there in the middle of your shot?
No.
I know it's fucking bizarre. So now after going to the porn theater, now Veronica wants to go to a club, and so they go to the club, and Veronica is like, "Oh, did you find that movie interesting, Max?" And he's like, "That was a goddamn porno." And she's like, "I know, I've never seen one before. You never seen a porno? I've never seen any movies, Max." And at this point, the cops have also followed them here. At this point, a woman who apparently went to med school with Max shows up and begins like kind of creeping on Max, and this pisses off Veronica. And Borp and I were both like, no, be good. Like we're on your side right now. Don't you yourself become a criminal. We want to be able to support you throughout this entire film. But she gets very angry, very jealous, and the woman says, "Oh, I'm sweating," and Veronica says, "Like a pig." Just insults her to her face, and Max is like, "What the fuck? Why would you say something like that?" And Veronica is just blunt, it's like, "Yeah, she wanted to fuck you," and Max is like, "No, she's just a friend." But the woman has gone to the bathroom to freshen up because she was sweating like a pig, according to Veronica. Veronica goes into the bathroom, and Borp and I are still like, "No, come on, be a hero. We don't want you to do bad things." She kicks everyone out of the bathroom, and she goes to start assaulting this woman. And she, the sin that she is deciding on is she is coveting something else. She says, "Max is mine, and you've coveted him. Therefore, you're a sinner." And she's presumably about to kill this woman. But she hears people in the bathroom stall behind her and goes to investigate that. And out come a man and a woman who were like snorting crack or whatever beforehand. and the guy pulls out a knife and stabs Veronica in the stomach, and that kind of brings Veronica back to her senses. She actually like apologizes to the woman that she was about to presumably kill and tells her to leave. And in comes the old cop, who is just he's bathed in red light for no particular reason. Presumably, it's coming from Veronica, but she kind of she reveals herself to the cop. We don't see her in her demon makeup again, but she's got her demon claws out, and she's basically telling the cop to back off. You stay away from me. You stay away from Max. And we are paused on her like giving him visions of hell to, I guess, prove to him that she is actually this dangerous demon that she says she is. Wow. I'm still on Team Veronica, but she's skirting the line. It's like, is she herself going to become a sinner, and that's going to mess up her plans? What do you think, Borp? I'm still having a good time. What's going on?
Yeah, for sure. So much is happening all the time. I forgot that they were doing crack in the bathroom. It's like it's just so much. There's so many like small touches like that, or the pothole or whatever. Just baffling stuff. I would say something that I thought about, and I think why I'm enjoying this so much is that yes, it's ridiculous, and there's a lot happening all the time, and you're making all these weird choices. But it also, like, this looks like a real movie. Like, there's lots of different locations. Everything looks good. Like,
It
even
had a
getting to,
budget.
yeah, like even getting to, like, I think Puppet Master 3 is like the last Puppet Master where you're like, oh, this looks really great, and then like 4 and 5 starts getting a little wonky, even though they it's certainly better than everything else happening in that series. Subspecies I feel very similar about, where like the first one you're like, oh, this castle's really cool, and then the rest of the series isn't all that great. So I really like the way this movie looks. And I like that they're making so many choices. The fucking bubble just really took me out. Like, because it's like this thing where like there's a lot of effort put into it, but then also like this woman is just dressed in white. Like, there's no makeup or anything. And it's like you went to all this effort and it's just a woman in a white dress. You're like, yeah, whatever. She's an angel. That's fine. This is fascinating.
That is a good way to put it. Like, I don't know that I could ever tell someone that this movie is good. I don't think I can make that statement. But yeah, fascinating is a good way to put it. There's a lot, and we've still got 20 minutes left. There is a lot that's been putting into this. Like, it's actually like shot competently. There are people, I don't know if they're succeeding, but they're trying. They've got like weird social commentary going on.
Yeah.
You literally see people in hell being tortured because they're lawyers and bankers and whatnot. Yeah, fascinating is a great way to put this.
Yeah, like, I don't think this is particularly good either, but I feel like the best type of bad movie are the ones where you can really tell that they're going for it.
Yeah.
And they're really going for it here.
They tried. Can't say they fully succeeded, but effort was put into this, which is something that was sorely fucking lacking with the movies that we ended Full Moon Fridays with. Yeah, I'm still having a great time. There's 23 minutes left. We should not pause with 3 minutes left. So I think the next segment, we just finish out the movie. Anything before we get rolling, Borp?
I don't think so.
All right, get ready for the finale of Dark Angel in 3, 2, 1, play. Wow. What a ride. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that.
No. I feel like that's for every 20 minutes. We've been like, what's going to happen next? Who knows? Like, there's no way you guess.
Yeah, no, we were wrong every single time.
Yeah.
We pick up where we left off, or Veronica exits the bathroom and tells Max, hey, let's go home and bang. And so they go home. The cop, the cop, one of the two cops that she is designated, like, these are good cops. These are not corrupt cops. She traumatizes one of them. She gives him visions of hell. And so as Max and Veronica are leaving the club, the younger cop is still on a stakeout outside in his car, and he sees the old cop come out, and the old cop is clearly traumatized. The old cop has basically become like the woman that Veronica rescued a couple segments back, where he is now saying, these are the end days, repent, hell is coming and whatnot. He's fucking lost it. And so the young cop takes old cop to the chief of police, and they basically just say, yeah, old cop wants off the case. And so that's how they tie up that whole thing. This cop here is the true victim. Like, he was an established good guy, and now he has been just ruined mentally by Veronica. Like, the one like bad act that she does in the movie is to destroy this guy's mental health. Anyways, Max, but we don't see the cops anymore after that. Like, that's done. Their storyline is over.
Yeah.
Max and Veronica go back to Max's place. Max notices that Veronica has a stab wound, And he's like, "Oh shit, we got to get you to the fucking hospital." And Veronica says, "No, like I don't feel pain or whatever. Or I can handle it. Just stitch me up here." And while this doctor goes and gets his like first aid kit out, Veronica's just like, "You want to fuck? You want to put it in? Like I'm really into this right now."
Yeah.
Like she's just blunt. Like I
Yeah,
need
it's
you
so
inside me.
graphic, so yeah, exactly. She's like, I want you inside me. Like, what the fuck is happening?
And, so, and Max just looks at her like incredulous, like.
Yeah.
But he stitches up her knife wound. She had to open her top to do this, and Max is just like, "All right, we're done. You can close your top now." And she's like, "I don't want to." Max still deadpan.
Yeah.
So like she has not begun to emote yet. And so finally, thankfully, I was very worried that she was going to have to mind control Max, but if that happened, the movie doesn't present it that way. So, as far as I can tell, these are two willing participants here, but they start having sex, and they continue to have sex, and they
It
continue
goes
to have sex,
on. It
and
goes
they
on. And you're
continue
like,
to have sex,
no,
and
and you're
so
like,
on and so on. It's like a 10-minute love scene between these two,
and you're
and
looking at the time, and it's like there's 15 minutes left of this movie. Like, I'm assuming that the cops are gonna come back. I'm assuming, like, what is happening? Why is
yeah,
the sex scene so long?
it just goes on and on and on. In the middle of it, she turns back into her demon form.
Yeah.
She says, I couldn't help it. And Max is like, "I can work with this." And then it goes on and on and on and on. And
And it's not like there's no nudity. It's not like a gratuitous scene. Like,
yeah,
it's just
there was nudity like before when she was getting stitched
exactly.
up, but like everything is covered up during the actual like love scene.
Yeah.
And suddenly, like, his room is filled with lit candles. Like we didn't see. I mean, they would have had to have spent hours lighting these candles and just milking the tension to get
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah.
Eventually, it ends, and she uses her Jedi mind trick to tell Max to sleep, and so he passes out. She uses Hellraiser, the dog's tracking ability, to find the mare, and she goes to attack the mare. And she at first I guess she makes the mare have the nightmare that his teeth are falling out, but then that just kind of goes nowhere. But when she eventually finds the mare, she doesn't kill him, doesn't hurt him in any way, just also gives him the visions of hell that she previously gave the cop, and I guess unintentionally gave the woman victim from a couple segments ago. And as she's leaving, as she's running away, she gets shot, and so she goes back to Max's place. She's bleeding out. Max is like, "Oh shit, you're gonna die. We got to do something." Meanwhile, in hell, Hell Mom and Hell Dad are just asleep in bed, snoring loudly as if this were a sitcom segment. And in comes Bubble Angel again, and Bubble Angel says, "I need your permission to go and rescue Veronica. She's in danger. She must be bathed in the water of the river Styx to heal." Which made Borp and I wonder, like, what happens if she dies? Does she go to like Ultra Hell, like Hell
It's
2?
very
Like,
weird. We probably shouldn't think too much about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't think too much about this. But the parents give the Bubble Angel permission to go and rescue Veronica, and Bubble Angel says, "Hell Dad, you gotta promise you're gonna forgive your daughter." And Hell Dad's like, "Cool, got it." And then that's it. We never see Mom and Dad again.
Once
So
again,
then,
I love the idea of an angel coming down from heaven and being like, "No, actually, I know she like went to the earth realm and she's causing all this chaos and she's killing a whole bunch of people, but it's cool. It's just chill."
yeah, like she's killing the right people, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So now back in Max's apartment, Veronica's bleeding out. The Bubble Angel comes through the mirror now, and she's telling Veronica, "You got to come back with me." Max and Veronica say like their final goodbyes. They reaffirm their love. Veronica says something like, "Max, you taught me forgiveness," and the last thing she says is, "Keep an eye on that mare. and then she goes through the mirror. The dog is left behind, so now Hellraiser is just Max's dog now, presumably. Um, so Veronica goes back to hell. Max is watching TV with the dog the next day, and the mayor does like a news event. He goes on the air, and he basically just says, over the last 16 years as your mayor, I've done all these horrible things. I've committed all these crimes. I deserve to be in jail, but if that doesn't happen, I'm going to go to a monastery and commit the rest of my years to goodness. And so Max is very happy. Oh, hey, that plot point got paid off. And then the end of the movie is Max is asleep, and the mirror starts filling with flames and then explodes, and Veronica comes out wearing like a black wedding dress, and Max says, thank you God, and they kiss, and that's the end of the fucking movie.
That's the ending.
At no fucking point in the entire hour and 20 minutes, at no point did I know what was going to happen next.
Yeah, no. It's like, I love that they're like that. Actually, no, at the very end, this is a romance. So so we should have a romance ending to this story.
Wow.
Wild.
Again, I don't know that I could ever call that movie good.
Yeah.
Entertaining, fascinating, fun, just batshit.
Yeah.
All of those things. And all of those things together, I'm giving a thumbs up to Dark Angel, The Ascent. Borb, what do you got? What do you think?
No, yeah, for sure. I do wish this had a little bit more of an explosive ending. I also think, like, I don't know, the whole sequence with the mayor is just so, like, it's just so short because he spent so much time on the fucking sex scene. And you know, boy, if there's any character where you're like, yeah, that guy should really get it, it's him, because he's in charge. But no, he gets to do the 180, and it's whatever. I like fought because they cut away. She gives him visions of hell or whatever, and then it cuts away. And then I thought it was going to like cut to hell, and he was going to be like tortured or punished for his crimes or whatever. Like, that's where I thought they were going with it. But no. So it's just like, it feels like all the most crazy shit happened in the middle of this movie, and then it kind of not whimpers out, but it kind of tapers off a little bit. But I mean, I was so thoroughly entertained.
Yeah, you would think after she spears a guy, she rips someone's spine out, she rips someone's heart out. You think something terrible is going to happen to this mayor.
Yeah,
nope,
yeah.
She's just like, do better, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah,
he fucking does.
Yeah, exactly. If I had like a wish for this movie, it's like, add on like 10 minutes, have it be like a scene where she like kills a bunch of his henchmen, and then like he changes his mind or something. Just some more like crazy like gore effects or something at the end, I think would have been, I don't know, that would have felt more like a real ending, because now it just, you know, as I said, it just kind of tapers off. But it was fine.
Yeah, outstanding questions. We still don't understand the significance of her big Flintstone feet.
No.
The pothole did not pay off whatsoever.
I would love to watch this with like a commentary track or some, just someone like involved with this, just explaining themselves.
Fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
I had a good time. Borb, I think this is a solid pick. Who knows? Maybe we're not done with full moon movies. Yeah, maybe we have enough self-loathing to continue with the Evil Bong series. But we'll figure that out next time. In the meantime, I think that's all I got. Borb, anything else?
No, I'm gonna go recover now.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for listening to another exciting episode of the Stevecast. Borp, thank you for joining me. We'll be back next time with probably something of lower quality than this.